Look at Donny Dark is filing lawsuits against Facebook and Twitter and the CEO, Zuckerberg, and all of them because he can't get out there and incite violence. Basically, they are curtailing my freedom of speech, and so I'm going after them. They're curtailing our speech. Okay. So what's going to happen with his lawsuit? What's going to happen with this lawsuit that Donny Dark is bringing? So in the center we have Two of Swords. Now usually it's a blocked and blockage type of a thing, but in this one it's open. Okay, so let's see what our other cards are going to say with that. You know, I'm ready to fight. Okay. Above it, the adventure. He figures, I've got nothing to lose. Okay? I've got nothing to lose. And it gets my name out there. That's what I'm feeling. It gets my name out in the public. I'm fighting for rights. I'm fighting for the right to be an ignoramus. Okay. Yeah, this is a burden. This is a burden. It's about being able to go out there and just say whatever you want to say. Okay? No consequences. I don't want there to be any consequences. And I've got nothing to lose with this. And I think this is going to open the doorway, you know, with these deep state conspiracy ones too, that I'll get a lot more support with them if I bring this up. Okay? So the challenge is the emotions of moving this. Let's see what kind of road he's going with this. Contemplate. He wants people to contemplate, to think about why he's been ejected. Okay? The government. So again, he's trying to point a finger at the government that said, you know, you've got to go down the road. And again, it comes back to his thing, I'm still president, I won, all of that drama he's trying to bring up with this. Because he no longer has a platform to stir people up like he had. Okay? So this is a path he's choosing to go. I'm not walking away easily. Okay? I'm not walking away easily. I want you to think about this. Okay? Going forward, new layer of emotion. And I think this is just, you know, it's for him is something he loves to do. He loves to have the controversy. As long as the light's on him, he's happy. Nostalgia, yeah. It's all about him getting noticed. It's all about him being back in the limelight in whatever way that he can. Foundation is, yeah, he's being curtailed. And I don't think it's going to work well for him. But it's a method and a way for him to get noticed again, for him to, you know, be in the news and try to have some relevancy. You know, they say he's coming back in August. He still has the evil angel, so-called ministers, the wolves in sheep's clothing, out there touting that he'll be back in August. My pillow guy says, just wait, he's coming back in August. Okay? This is a way to anchor anchor, so things are not eaten away so easily. And again, he wants to eat away at the narrative that's out there. He wants to be able to continue to spin his narrative, so he's anchoring this in by doing this lawsuit, okay? I'm opening the door, new adventure, new rabbit hole, okay? This is the burden I'm carrying, that I'm not just allowed to get out there and talk to my people and say whatever I want to say, okay? So we'll have to see what happens. It's, main thing I'm getting, this is a way for him to be relevant in the news, and he's got his nose out of joint because he's not able to get in there and stir these people up like he did on January 6th. But my feeling is that after January 6th, and they're now facing consequences to their actions, that they're not going to be so easily swayed this time to be fighting. Now, there will be some that will, but let's look and see at that. Let's look and see, how is this affecting those who are, the militant ones? Are they just as militant, or has it cooled down a little bit? What can you say about this? We've got the heart. There are those still in love with the fact that he says he's president. There are those that are still delusional enough to believe that, okay? So there is a cadre out there that would, even though people are going to be going to jail, okay, because of the January 6th insurrection, there are those that look like they're absolutely 100% willing to get out there, still delusional about Trump. So let's see, in the center of it, we have, they're they're emotional about it, and they would take the opportunity, it looks like. But let's look and see what else we have. So in the center above that, balance, okay? We have balance. And let's see what the foundation is about this. It's about balance, the opportunity, Yeah, getting out there, going forward, putting that message. So I think that it has a lot to do with if he is able to get back on board and stir him up, continuing to put that message out there. The challenge is, what he can get away with. What he can convince them to do. So he's looking for another avenue, for change. And he doesn't care if it's violent. He's not going to be there. He wants to stir them up. Especially now, since all this stuff is coming down very soon on the head of his whole family. The Trump organization is a criminal organization. So he's going to do all he can to try to stir it up, okay? Going forward, we have the hangman, okay? Now we know all his followers see from a different perspective, but the action, it looks like it's going to get hung up. Action, let's see what the very last card is though, foundation of it though. Yeah, the offer. I'm going to look at what's underneath of it. Not a surprise. The devil. Wanting to put an end to the justice that's coming, keep his affluence, trying to stir them up to get himself out of the waters. So, yeah. I think that because of all the stuff that's happening, that he's going down as a criminal organization, and he knows once all that stuff is, that he's done. So the challenge is to get away with it if he can, to make this change, to drag these people back into it, to get them to take action, okay? To see from a different view, upend the balance, put out his continuing message of lies and spin to get them to do his bidding, okay? But they're not so easily going to buy into it. You know, like he said, oh, I'll pay for your legal fees and stuff if you just take care of me, and he's not. So, you know, a number of them know that he most definitely is full of BS and they were taken for a ride. There are some that are very angry with that, but then he still has those that are absolutely still loyalists and don't see the forest for the trees. And they would, you know, and there may be, again, like I said, there will be another point of violence, but it would be when things have died down somewhat. But it's looking like now, again, he's going to try to amp this up before he gets indicted, before, you know, him and his kids have to do the perp walk, okay? So he's doing what he can to be seen, to be relevant, to be out there, to try to find another way, get them to reverse it so he can stir them up again and send his little cadre of just absolutely delusional army out, okay? So I'm going to leave this here, love and light. We'll see you online. Thanks for tuning in.